Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pokemon Fire Red playthrough. I'm doing this in my really quiet and creepy Jakaro voice. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pokemon Fire Red playthrough. If you have 50 types of Pokemon, talk to him and you'll get an experience share. I'll get to that later. And if you go here, you can get Articuno's Pokedex entry. Not because you can't get Articuno, because you can. And we actually will be pretty soon. Just thought I'd show it that you can get it early. It's kind of handy. And I've been putting this off for the longest time. I need to push this thing aside. Strength! Yep, it's a rare candy. It was a rare candy in the old games too. Yeah, Jakaro showed off the fame checker. I didn't really get around to doing that, so I figured I'll just show it at a later point in the game. No real reason, I just felt like looking at it. That was not in the original Red and Blue. How things change. And look how fast we can run. If we ever do an original Red and Blue, trust me, I'll be using the bike a lot more. Now it's time to surf to the music. Yes, I'm actually doing another music speed up. So soon? But I'm actually commenting through this one. I don't know if people like me commenting through these, but I figure I'll do it this time. There's not much to comment over, though. If you have a grass type or an electric type, this is really easy fare. All you have to do is surf and destroy the trainers on the way. This took me a little longer than I thought. That's the only reason I'm speeding it up. And yeah, I will probably be breaking my thing of having only 5 speed ups. But let's face it, Pokemon games are meant for speed ups. At least the ones for the Game Boy and the, DS. Name escaped me for a second there. This is the route where Leech Seed doesn't really help me that much, because if I run into a random Tentacool, which is the only Pokemon you can actually run into while surfing here, it might have the ability Liquid Ooze, which, actually is an interesting ability, because if anything tries to sap HP from it, either through Dream Eater or through a grass-type move like Giga Drain, it'll actually hurt the Pokemon sapping energy, so it actually hurts both Pokemon. I always thought that was kind of cool. It's still annoying, but, And Axel of Fate, grew to level 40, finally catching up. Now, here's how I'm gonna handle, just the legendary birds in general, since I think everybody who's played this in general... Oh, spoilers! We're gonna get Articuno next, because we're going down this route. I'm going to cover how to weaken them, but then I don't feel like making you sit through me chucking Ultra Ball after Ultra Ball at them, or Great Balls, or Pokeballs, or whatever I come down to. And I don't feel like refilming the retries, so I'm just going to show you how to weaken it, or how I'm planning to weaken it, and then I'll show you the catch. Kind of like how I've been showing the wild battles, I've just been basically, just showing you how I catch them at the end. Oh, over here, there's a double battle. Actually, it's pretty rare to see a double battle in the water nowadays. Unless you, run into 2 trainers at once, which is in the newer games. Anyway, I'm gonna let Arcane get some time out here, but Venomoth is really just gonna dominate this area. I mean, it's all water Pokemon, which is, I guess that's one of my issues with water routes. It's always just a bunch of water Pokemon, which normally I would have no problem with, but it gets repetitive, especially in games like Ruby, Emerald, and Sapphire, where I think 25% of the game is spent in water. And then you have trainers that use water Pokemon outside of the water. That adds up to a lot of water Pokemon. That adds up to a lot of water. I'm trying to give Arcane some experience, because I know he's going to fall behind again. That kind of seems to be a trend with my Pokemon. There's always one that's just a little bit behind. But it's never Venomong, and it's never Axel of Fate, and it's never Jakara, aka Lionel Dimitri Cortez. It's always the Pokemon that actually do fall behind in commentary quite a lot. Obviously, you know, Kira is someone else who's not a commentator, but it's always Arcane, or it's always no, it's pretty much always Arcane. I guess raising a Primeape wasn't the greatest idea because it doesn't really have the mixed attack range that I usually have. But, you know, it's still nice to have him. It's a cool little thing. Yeah, Kira is also going to dominate on this route because obviously, you know, water Pokemon. Again, there's not a lot to say about these. Although I wonder why these 4 trainers just are waiting in water. Because there's a couple of areas where I think there's a trainer that says, oh, the water is shallow here. And I was like, well, shouldn't it just be an island then? That I can, like, walk on? Why am I surfing on a Pokemon if the water's shallow? Which is another thing about the Pokemon games that I quite question. Why can't any of the trainers swim? I mean, obviously there's trainers who can swim. They're out here. Yeah, this is the guy that says the water's shallow. And here we go, Protect again. Protect is just one of those moves that piss me off. I mean, I guess it works if you're using a double battle strategy, but why would you use it in a single battle? And here's a Tentacool. I didn't catch one yet, so I'll just throw a Great Ball and catch it in one shot. Not gonna give it a nickname, obviously. And Strength, again. Again, I'm just trying to get Arcana up to level with everyone else. There's not much to say about, If you're wondering why I haven't been filling the music speed-ups other than random little tidbits, it's because filling a music speed-up with actual commentary is difficult for me because I get bored and distracted very easily. And unfortunately, the music didn't last out this music speed-up. That was my bad. Sorry, people. Yeah, I screwed up. That's gonna be another thing of this thing. If I do a lot more speed-ups, you're gonna see a lot of music that doesn't quite get all the way through. Huh. So Misty trains here, huh? I always thought it would be cool if we saw Misty in the Cerulean Cave. Also, this girl you have to surf to talk to. Which I thought was kind of stupid, because in Misty's gym, one of the trainers will actually swim up to you as you walk past, so why couldn't it happen here? Anyway, she has a Seeking. It's at a decently high level. I'm still just going to Shockwave it, and it's going to be over with. Oh, here's another little tidbit about this route. Because the actual cave is very short, I think this is going to be one of those videos where I have 2 music speed-ups. Yes, 2 in one video. It's astonishing, I know. So, maybe I should just count this as one video speed-up, because there's... Yeah, I went and got some Ultra Balls because I was in need. Also, I got some Repels. But first I'm going to show off some of the Pokemon in this route. But only the ones that I actually catch. I should just cover the one that I... Yeah, this is an interesting place because it's all related to strength puzzles. And I didn't catch that one, so I'm not going to cover it. Didn't catch that one either. Getting tired of that. Ice Heal. You might need this. Ah! Stupid Golbat. Alright, just keep pushing these boulders down. And unfortunately, every time you go to a new floor, you gotta use strength again. I guess that's kind of a staple of the Pokemon series, but it still annoys me. If I use strength once, you should let it last till the end of the dungeon. Although I guess it is kind of useful for figuring out, like, puzzles and stuff, if you want to look at the thing before. Stop doing that! God damn it! You see, all I'm running into now is Psyducks. Which, okay, never mind. Golbat, which, alright, I should be able to catch this in one shot. Let's do this. Great Ball. What? What? And now you're gonna die from burn damage. Well, fuck you too. And I forgot to push that boulder down. It's kind of necessary, so I'm gonna... Fucking battles. I know it would be easier to use repels, but I'm trying to show off some of the Pokemon that you can catch here. Plus, I'm trying to catch enough so that way, by endgame, I don't have to waste time catching Pokemon. And that was another freaking one that I couldn't catch. I'm getting angry at the random battle in Okay, finally! A Seal. Seal is actually a really good water ice type if you don't want to use a Lapras that you got earlier. Yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate it. It's actually a pretty good bulky water type. Anyway. I don't know why I sounded like Napoleon Dynamite there for a second, but whatever. This is the first strength puzzle that gives a lot of people problems. I'm going to show you how to do it in one shot. First, I'm going to get into a random battle. First, push this down. Push this over. Get in a random battle. Over, 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 over. Catch a Golduck. The evolved form of Psyduck, if you're wondering, that isn't a Psychic type, even though it can use Psychic type moves. It's actually a pretty good mixed attacker. Pokedex entry! Yay. I might be up to 50 now. I'm gonna have to go get that experience share later. And down the hole it goes. Now you could jump in the hole after it, but I'm not gonna. Actually, I will. And I ran into another Pokemon that I want to catch. See if I can get it in a Pokeball. Dugong, the evolved form of Seal. Again, this is when it gains its ice subtype, and it's actually a really good water bulky Pokemon. He's sleeping soundly. No, I will not give the nickname to Dugong because I'm not going to use it. And now, the legend gets interrupted by an encounter. Now the legend begins. Alright, Articuno, me and you. I'm gonna switch Kira out front, and we're gonna do this thing. Articuno, ice and flying type. Paralyze it right away because this thing does no mist. Will actually prevent it from actually getting any stat elements. And I don't want to risk Thunderbolt because Kira's at a decently high level. Go, Lionel Dimitri Cortez! And again, it uses Mist, but it doesn't really matter because it's already paralyzed. I'm going to use Ice Beam because even though it's a flying type, it's also a water type, so it's actually resistant to ice. And turnabout is fair play, apparently. And ow, that really hurt. See, this is where I wish I had the ability Thick Fat rather than immunity, even though it has come in handy so many times. If I had the ability Thick Fat, that would have done half the damage that it did, and this thing would have been cake. The cake is a lie. And I'm going to keep whittling it down with Ice Beam. That's basically the strategy I'm using on catching these legendaries. Just get it paralyzed and then whittle it down. Now, I'm going to tell you why I use Paralyze. I don't like Freeze because all the moves that I can think of that do Freeze actually do damage, so you could accidentally... I'm out of Ice Beam, aren't I? Let's try an Ultra Ball. Maybe I'll get lucky. Not even close! Anyway, the reason I don't like Freeze is because you do damage with any move that can actually do Freeze, and the reason I don't like Sleep is because there's a chance the Pokemon can wake up from it. Poison and Burn, obviously, are stat elements that do damage every turn, so it makes it hard to catch the Pokemon. So, yeah, I like Paralysis better. Paralysis actually stops the Pokemon every now and then. It does add to the catch rate, and I'm going to low kick this. See? That 20 attack power. Perfect way to use it. Bag. Ultra Ball. Come on. Wow, not even close. One retake later. Yes, I had to do this again, but I did get it to lower health. I hate doing retakes. At least it's only one. So maybe if I can... Yep! Caught it in 2 tries. Wasn't caught in a Pokeball? Whatever. It was caught in an Ultra Ball. I'll take it. Articuno is not going to have a nickname. And we're going to get the hell out of here. Nidoking, surf me home. Or at least to the... Freaking random encounters. I'm waiting to encounter a Pokemon that I haven't yet. And the thing is, I don't encounter it in this video. I do encounter this, though, the Golbat, and... Alright, Golbat, the evolved form of Zubat. If you do not want any of the traditional flying types, and you do not have a poison type, Golbat is a great option. And, not to mention, it's really freaking fast. Anyway, moving up here... Put the stone in the hole. And I should have jumped down the hole to get that one, shouldn't I have? Grrr. Yes, I'm using a Super Repel. The Pokemon I couldn't catch was Slowpoke or Slowbro. Psychic water types, they're really good. I like them. I decided to go back here because I figured... Yeah, that's where the boulder fell down. And I decided... I don't know why, I got completely lost. And then I realized that's the way the water is flowing, so that does me no good. And for some reason I decided to go whee! Yeah, that just lands you right there. And now I'm here again. So now I figured out that I have to go all the way back. Which I'm not too happy about. And my repel wore off, but I used another one. Now I have to get back there, which means that I have to actually jump down the hole here. Now I'm back on track. Now, I know there's an item if I went the other way. I don't know what it was. I probably missed a really good item, but I don't care. Also, I know there's probably a hidden item over there that I missed, but whatever, it's probably a rare candy. And yet, for some reason, I think about it, I'm like, maybe there's a rare item, because those two rocks look suspicious. So I end up going in and out like an idiot, like, twice. And then I just say, fuck it, and go. I don't know why I don't ever use the item finder. Anyway. Speed up. Yes, I'm actually going to comment over this one as well. The rest of this route is cake. It's just a bunch of trainers with water Pokemon. You can handle them pretty much easily. One thing you should be wary of, though, is Tentacool does not take super effective damage from grass types. Other than that, oh, you caught a seal too. You should feel special. I may not have quieted the music enough. I'm gonna have to go back in post because I can't honestly hear myself. But then again, who wants to hear me? And I forgot to cut out me using the items, so sue me. You rode your bird Pokemon here. This is the one time you actually find a bird keeper on this route. Which I kind of find funny, but I saw it coming, so I took out Kira. And he has Fearos. Oh, he also has a Pidgeotto. That's kind of cool. Yeah, there's not much to say. I wish I had more to say. Maybe I'll just cut out the commentary for this part and just let the music take over. Yeah. Maybe I'll actually stick there. I am a trooper. I'm a trooper! I will stick through this. Okay, so, other things to talk about. I may have discussed this before, that I'm actually going to, in post-game, completely switch up my team. Basically, I'm only going to have Venomung with me, and I'm going to have 5 new Pokemon that I'm going to use. Some of which I'm going to be catching on the Sevi Islands. Others I probably won't be catching there. Actually, I probably won't be catching any Pokemon other than the ones that other than legendaries and the ones that I'm going to use on my team. After I get the 60 Pokemon mark and get the National Dex, there's really no need for me to go around running after Pokemon to catch. But I will give you, if I run into them, I'll give you a quick sum up of what's there. I decided on doing at least that much. Also, tell me if you like the music I picked, because I'd love to hear comments on whether you liked my music tastes. Yeah, music tastes. And I'm gonna be cheap. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use a soda pop and kill you. Death by soda pop. Okay, it was death by poison, but I still like the idea that it died by me sipping soda pop. And yeah, I just kind of like the gold silver surf theme, gold silver crystal. That's why I picked this music. Obviously, I put it in red letters on the bottom, so that way there's no copyright issues. And once again, the music doesn't last the whole thing. It's kind of funny because you get to hear the freaking music from that. Anyway, next time, We'll not be checking out we'll be checking out some of Cinnabar Island.